Hello there. I hope you all are well and being blessed this day. I am Jaime Elizondo from Real World Ranching, where our goal is to help you achieve maximum productivity while improving your land the fastest. Do you want to be a minimum cost producer? Yes? Well, if that is your goal, there are many things you need to consider. First is that most beef or sheep producers have been led to higher and higher production per individual animal, and this has increased inputs and costs dramatically. Peer pressure is real, and what most producers talk about is individual animal performance and not profits per acre or per ranch per year. Does this sound familiar? Whenever cattlemen gather at the local coffee shop, they will discuss the weather, politics, local economy, and winning or slaughter weights. And none of these subjects leads to maximum profits and certainly not to minimum cost production. We do not want to shoot ourselves in the foot by scrimping money on necessary things, but many times people consider important the non-important things. Weaning weights, carcass quality, yearling weight, even fertility pale in comparison with the main determinant of profitability on a farm or ranch. And this is stocking rate. A high stocking rate will go a long way into higher productivity and profitability if you manage correctly. The number of productive animals you can maintain per ranch per year will determine your profits and your cost per pound of weaned calf produced. See what I said? Pound of weaned calf produced per farm per year, not the individual animal, because we sell tons. And this is easy to figure out. Just divide your annual costs or expenses by the number of pounds of weaned calves you sell per year. The more pounds of weaned calf sold per year, the lower the cost to produce them if we do this at a minimum cost. So how can we be a minimum cost producer without diminishing our productivity per ranch or farm? Not per animal, per ranch or farm. Number one, by implementing the total grazing program where your harvest efficiency is enhanced without incurring in overgrazing, which would be returning to regraze a plant before it has fully recovered its energy reserves. That shortens the roots and creates a man-created drought by overgrazing. Don't do that. Two, lowering or eliminating hay costs. This is best achieved by stockpiling large areas of your property to use in a total graze in the dry or winter season. This step alone will save you $200 to $300 per cow per year. 3. Plan your calving season to happen in a short time, 45 days, in the optimal time of the year to better utilize your forage flow. 4. Whenever there is a mineral imbalance, your animal's health will be compromised. So monitor your mineral program by taking blood samples to a good lab. 5. If on a high fiber, low protein stockpile, check the manure for a protein deficiency in the diet and give a small amount per head of a high protein supplement so the rumen can function correctly if you have the protein deficiency so that your animals do not start losing weight. Remember my motto, fat cows, fat cows, fat cows. That goes for sheep and goats also. 6, keep your livestock in good body condition, mainly by grazing management and genetics. 7, implement the adapted genetics and selection guidelines in your herd or flock so that they can do well even on poorer forages at high to very high stocking rates, without overgrazing, of course. 8, learn and implement low-stress stockmanship. This helps profits, believe me. And once you master these 8 points, you will be far ahead of most other producers. But if you want to get even further ahead and be way ahead from the herd, it will be good that you invest in yourself. By this, I mean continuing education and fully understanding how the symbiosis between your livestock, your land, your pasture, and you function. You see, your property is a living organism with you as its head, making the best decisions for the whole and each part, considering their influence on the other parts. It is a process of continuous improvement, a lifelong process that is very interesting and is my life passion. We never stop learning and adapting. We should not let the old man in, ever. A word of caution. Being a minimum cost producer, making more money than most of your neighbors, will not sit well with them. So prepare for them losing interest in you and stop listening to complaints about life in general. Look for like-minded people that want the same as you do, to have a good life while creating real wealth, which is not the same as making more money. You see, to achieve real wealth, we need time, money, and health. If we fail on any of these, we will not be truly wealthy. And why is that? Because without money, you will not be able to buy things that you need or want. Without time, you will not have the time to go out and buy them. And without health, you will not enjoy them. We all have heard of individuals that work too much and make a lot of money only to become old and bitter. It is true that the journey is more important than the destination, but we should consider all of the above to truly have harmony in our lives. Conclusion and recap. Number one, to become a profitable minimum cost producer, you need to avoid overgrazing, which is regrazing a plant before it has fully recovered, even at high to very high stocking rates, which are necessary for minimum cost productivity. 3, stockpile in area to save on hay for the difficult season or seasons. This alone will save you from $200 to $300. 4, have a short and optimal birthing season to take full advantage of your natural forage production throughout the year. 5, monitor your mineral program by taking blood samples to a good lab and adapt your mineral program to what nature is showing you. 6, when your grass or stockpile is brown, please check the manure to detect a protein deficiency and act accordingly. Never allow your livestock to lose body condition. 7, use adapted genetics, especially nutritional adaptation, which is genetically determined. Use the best selection guidelines that do not contradict nature. My motto is fat cows, fat cows, fat cows. A fat cow can give you profit. A thin cow will only give you pity. 8, implement the adapted genetics and selection guidelines in your herd so that they can do well even when in poorer forages at high to very high stocking rates. 9, learn and implement low-stress stockmanship. Create a relationship with your livestock. 10, strive for harmony in your life. This is very important, especially if you are young. I say this because I was a workaholic when I was young. Don't do that. Not harmonious. Well, I hope you like this podcast and you can put it into practice. Thank you, and until next time, be sure you subscribe to the podcast on Spotify, iTunes, or YouTube, or join us for the weekly email at www.rwranching.com/join. Have a great day.